Let's go, sir.
What's going on? I was like, everything just stopped and froze. What's happening, everybody?
Oh,
What's going on? You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. This
yes.
is your friendly neighborhood Libra, D.A. I'm here with the lovely Sheronda. How you doing, love?
I'm doing good. Peace, y'all. I am the lovely Sharonda over at Authentically Your Expressions as your life empowerment coach, and I'm hot. Today was hot. Today was just hot. I'm still in here steaming. My glasses trying to steam up.
Uh-oh.
Cool. I got my ice water. I'm cooling off, but
Okay,
it was a
that's all
long
you
day
need then.
today.
That's what it is. It wasn't too bad today. Like um it was like mid 80s ish.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a scorcher.
We got
And
up
it
to
had a little
90.
nice little breeze too.
We ain't had no breeze and it got up to 90. Okay.
Oh, it had a nice little breeze, and I was just like, okay. Okay.
Okay. And let me
Yeah.
give a quick shout out to the late, great Mike De Niro. That's who wrote our intro and outro music. He unfortunately transitioned about 2 weeks ago. But
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
he's left behind his legacy of music. So shout out to you, Mike, and thank you for what you contributed to us and the world. Thank you very much,
Yes,
sir.
yes. One love, one love,
Yeah.
one love. Lucky just to have you. Oh, my fault.
Yo, so dear, I'm
Scared away.
excited about tonight. I am really. This is different. This is different.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
It is.
an interesting type of situation.
I agree. I
Yeah. So if
agree.
you're just tuning in, so what tonight is gonna be, we're gonna do what we call a reaction. So we're gonna watch a video
Mhm.
and get your honest reaction and just sit down and chop it up and talk about it.
Talk
Like,
about
yeah, because it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on. So yep. So whenever you ready, ma'am. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. We got to do it. We have to do it.
it. Have to do
You
it.
understand? Our mission statement is what? Our mission here on He Said, She Said, both sides of the conversation, is to empower you to discover your unauthentic, your true self through diverse perspectives on various topics. Your
Yes.
true authentic self.
The real one.
Like the YN say, keeping it real, 100.
Yes. The one you don't lie to
No
yourself about.
cap. No cap. You say what?
I said the one you don't lie to yourself about. That authentic self. Okay.
Hey
And as
man.
y'all join in, make sure y'all are clicking like, subscribe, share the videos, and let us know you're watching. Say, hey, shout out your location, shout out your name. We here for it. We want to know you're here. So let's rock. You ready to share?
All right, yeah, I'm finna share my screen. Share my screen. Share my screen.
Think that because he died for us,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna use Calvary
Yeah.
to absolve me of my responsibility
Yeah.
to still identify the wounded. It means there's a pride problem.
Yes, sir.
It means there's accountability problems, Zip just said.
Lord, sir.
It can mean there's a lack of a healing because you're not willing to address it.
Yes, sir.
And I ask myself the question, am I using God to run from God?
Well,
When you can't say I'm sorry, you're really not ready to be healed or delivered. We think that because he died for us,
yeah.
then I'm gonna use Calvary
Mhm. You can play that one more time.
to absolve me of my responsibility to still identify the wounded. It means there's a pride problem.
Yes, sir.
It means there's accountability problems, Zip just said.
Lord, sir.
It can mean there's a lack of a healing because you're not willing to address it.
Yes, sir.
And I ask myself the question, am I using God to run from God?
Well,
Ooh,
You can't say I'm sorry, you're really not ready.
come through.
You said a mouthful. You said a
He
mouthful.
did.
You said a mouthful. Like it's so many things to unpack in that thing. Like when I first heard it, I was just like, huh, huh, huh. Because it's a lot of church folk who can't do that.
Yeah.
Like they have an issue with saying I'm sorry or apologizing.
Yep.
And I'm just not gonna sit there. It's a lot of people that's not in the church that have the same issue.
They have the same issue. Mm-hmm.
They can't say I'm sorry for whatever reason, whatever it is.
Yes.
Them 2 words, they choke up.
Exactly.
And it's interesting.
DA, you know how we've talked a little bit at least about how I feel about church folks, and the way that they sometimes are very unapologetic about their behaviors. It made me think back to a few friends that I know who, when they, like a young lady got pregnant in church, and she had to walk up to the front of the church and tell the church. That's traumatic. And then they get to decide whether or not they're going to accept them, or whether or not they can be on certain boards, or whether or not they can, you know what I'm saying? They started trying to relegate and say what is right and what is wrong. And it's like, but what about salvation? Isn't God the one to judge all this?
And he hit on something too. Like that's what's driving a lot of that. That's pride. That's pride. So why? So my question, because like even the church that I grew up in was like that. It's if you committed a sin, they say you've been silenced, which means you can't do anything in the church but come to church, sit in the back, and get your money.
Yep.
You can't be a part of nothing. And I'm just like, I'm just saying, who died and made you God?
Come on.
Like, how are you? If God is a forgiving God,
yes,
how are you higher than Him and not forgive?
Come on.
And if I am somebody who's lost and I'm seeing this, I'm like,
yes,
I might as well stay in the streets because they're more accepting of what's going on than you are.
Exactly.
And it should be the other way around.
Come on.
And it's wild to me because it's like to me, from what I've seen and experienced in my life dealing with the church, it's like a badge of honor. I'm saved. I got it on my chest. I'm saved. I'm better than you.
I'm better than.
And I'm just like, how?
Yes.
And I used to always get in confrontations with individuals about stuff like that because I will always push back like, you're saved, but you just one step on that side and the other foot on a banana peel. Like, you only transition your life before I did. You should be trying to guide me. Not talking about, I'm holding you accountable. Accountable for what?
What?
I'm a sinner. I am a sinner. Like, you should be, instead of holding me accountable, holding my hand and taking me through the steps, saying it's gonna be all right, brother. It's gonna be all right, sister.
Yes.
Sister, I understand you made a mistake. That's fine. God forgives. We're gonna forgive you too. Let's keep moving forward.
Yes.
Versus, you got to come in front of the church and apologize and da 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 da. Man, I would, Lord, see, and that's I would never go back to that church. I promise you, I wouldn't.
But that's what I was going to say, D.A. That's what caused the great fall of the church. That's why people have gotten away from going to churches on a consistent basis. Because number one, you're holding me accountable for something and putting me out there in front of people. Number two, you did it too recently. You started seeing the pastors who were having children with the women in the churches. You started seeing all these little things start showing up. And they kept it quiet. Then eventually, what's done in the dark comes to light.
And you got the pastor wife over there looking, supporting everything. I'm just like, and she looking bad, but like, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100.
Yes. He's
You
saying
know,
using
she
God
was
to run
giving
from God.
some of them deacons. So
You're using God to run from God. You get to make all the excuses in the world about salvation and all these things to do what you do in order to check somebody else. What? When you sent me that, I was like, oh, he want to go there. Let's go then.
yeah, it's like what he said. What he said. You're using God to avoid
So,
God, to avoid being held accountable for
no.
your actions, regardless if it's good or not. Being accountable.
Yes.
Like if you are the leader of a church, you are a high official of a church. You're using God not to hold yourself accountable because now you're judging this individual.
Yes.
When your testimony, which when your testimony is
Come on.
the same story that this
Same story.
individual is going through.
Yes. I
Then
have healed more people by saying, I've been there. I've been there. Done
yeah,
that. And let me tell you how I could do it better. I've healed way more people than trying to point fingers at or even trying to avoid my own mistakes. Well, Jesus died on the cross for me, so now I could do whatever I want to. No, you can't. And I
and
don't
that's
even practice traditional Christianity, to be honest with you.
mm,
But I call it Christ consciousness because I studied the life of Christ. Because I wanted to know what was Jesus saying, not what y'all said Jesus said.
man. Oh, that's a whole Because now you get into something because it was another pat. Well, when I was I can't even talk.
Mm.
When I was not reading, listening to this and looking at different things that he's saying,
Mhm.
it was another post that came up when the guy was talking about the same thing, talking about how we're supposed to we're supposed to be more. We're talking about we Christ-like and we gods and all that stuff, but we're not acting in that situation. And he was
Yes,
like, the reason being is people can take the Bible and use whatever phrase to justify what they're doing.
what they're doing.
Whatever passage, that's what it is. Whatever
Yeah,
passage to justify what they've been doing. And he said that's part of the issues with church now, because you can justify having a whole bunch of wives.
come on.
So you can
If you
justify
really want to go there,
murder. You can justify it. In hell, they used it to justify slavery.
Ebbs, you better. You need a pulpit. You want a pulpit?
Yeah. They used it to justify slavery. So it's that's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery. And think about it. Jesus's crowds were all of what are considered the whores, the prostitutes, the adulterers, the tax fraud folks, the lepers. Everybody that the church said should be shunned was who Jesus wanted around him. He intentionally picked the disciples that he picked to be around him to help heal because of what they knew about their own lives and what they've been through, and that he knew that those were the people that could help do the work that he was trying to do. How it got flipped into, we need people that are upright and not doing no wrong. We're going to make you get up in front of the church, and we're going to do this, and we're going to make you sit down and all this. Even from, I'm telling you, I'm a scholar of the Bible, and even most of the New Testament is letters that Paul wrote to specific churches. So even churches that go into this thing that women can't preach, it was a very specific church that Paul was talking about, where the women were actually stirring up mess in that particular church. And so he told them that they couldn't preach because they was being a hot mess. They were running over the men, treating people like there was nothing. And he was like, oh, we can't have this. They have got to sit down. Not all churches.
But see, again, that's that manipulation piece.
That's the
Like
manipulation.
the
So I'm
same
going to
thing with
use God. Mm-hmm.
the same thing with women must wear dresses all the
That's,
time. Same thing with you got to wear one what is it? You can't mix linens. You can't.
linens. Yep.
And I laugh because they were like, "Oh, you can't mix linen and everything." I said, "But that pastor got on a $5,000 polyester suit, silk suit,
silk with
yeah,
this
like,
cotton shirt and." Oh, trust me, somebody approached me. I remember earlier because I have 30 plus tattoos. Honestly, I've got tattoos like crazy. And somebody approached me one time and was like, "You know what the Bible says about tattoo?" I said, "You know what the Bible says about cutting your hair?"
mm,
She walked away from me. I bet you
yeah.
get up my.
Somebody they tried that when I first got my earring.
See,
They say, you know what they say about the Bible say about earrings? Nah, what they say?
what did it say?
Show me. See, you got to read it for yourself. You got to read it for yourself. I
Oh,
can't
well,
tell
then you
you.
could have kept your mouth shut then.
So then, what the fuck? Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
why you brought it up then? Like,
People, we're using, not we're, because I'm not doing that, but many people use God to avoid God. In order for me not to be
yeah,
accountable, I'm going to find something that's godlike and use it against somebody else, or that to be like, well, I'm just a sinner.
I wouldn't say use it to avoid God. I think they're using it as a status symbol now.
I'm sure.
Like, because this is we crack jokes about it, especially in our culture. We crack jokes about it. We talk about it all the time. But there is a hierarchy in the church.
Period.
Like, and it's like it will get you fucked up.
It will.
For real. Like, you got the ushers. They don't play.
They do not play.
They don't play. You got the ushers.
You won't listen to them.
Then you got the enforcers. That's the deacons. And I know this because my grandmother, she was a head of the usher board. My grandfather was a chairman deacon. And so I lived it. I understand. And then you got what we call the trial elders. Them the ones that were supposed to be called, but they're not ready yet. So they get their time. Then you got the elders. And then, like, as I got older, then that's when they started mixing it up. Then that's when I started hearing more about apostles, because it went straight from the elders to reverends and bishops. Now you got apostles and missionaries and
the prophetesses, the prophet.
It's just convoluted now. I'm just like, okay, are you gonna preach or what is it? What you doing?
And I'm a minister. I'm an ordained minister. And when I was at this particular church, he was training us to preach. And so the Sundays, each one of us would preach. He would sit there while we were preaching, would be sending us text messages, critiquing us during the sermon. So by the time you got to church, you had a list of things. Well, the church started requesting me more often. They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, she's so good. We love what Sheronda preach. Can she preach more often?" Man, the way he couldn't stand me. One time.
So I'm thoroughly. I'm confused, intrigued, and a whole bunch of other emotions. So there's a school to learn how to preach. It was a school to learn how to preach.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot.
Really?
There's
wow.
In a lot of theologians, a lot of what's the school called? The ITC here in Atlanta. You know, because they're teaching you how to, like, the perspective which I love of the Bible. What we practice was understanding what happened at that time in the Bible, like why they use agricultural comparisons, because that's what they had at the time and things like that. And then using that message to teach today versus how people will grab it and make it seem like you got to do exactly what they did there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Okay. So different, there's different belief systems. Yeah, they teach how, not so much. You can't teach cadence and things.
Yeah, I'm thinking they teach you gotta.
No.
You got a text message talking about you missed that ha. You missed that ha right now. Hey, what happened to the foot stomp? Hey, you didn't hold that long enough.
No.
Hey, you didn't say "and" 3 times. You didn't stutter. What's going
But
on?
if you're gonna be a corrector and you're guiding me, you couldn't take notes and just share it with me. Call me after church or something.
Yeah.
As ministers, we would talk to each other, be like, "Did we just get a message as soon as we finished? The service wasn't even over."
That's wild.
It was wild, and people are using
That's
theology in the
wild.
Bible and things like that. But I think what we're trying to get to is under. I want to say part of your authentic walk is knowing who God is for you
Amen.
and how God shows up in your life.
Amen.
The Bible's called the living word because it looks so different at different parts of your own journey and for different people. It lives, it breathes. That's the idea behind it. So, yeah, that video is really good, and we have to be accountable for ourselves. We can't avoid the healing process. We can't be so prideful, and we got to tell the ego, sit down. Sometimes.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to keep going because it's that part right there. Yeah, it does something to me. So the next one is not a video per se.
Okay.
It's a picture, and I kind of like this picture, and you'll see why.
Okay.
Cause yeah.
Shit. Oops. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is it showing? It's sharing. It's sharing.
Let's see.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Here you go, yo.
So this picture here is the top part. They're saying is.
Oops, sorry.
Nah, you fine. The top part is how teachers used to dress,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom part is how they're saying teachers dress now.
How they dress now.
So this is a very, very hot topic for a whole gambit of reasons. A gambit of reasons. The most recent, I can say the most interesting reason is that the fact that all of these women have been, what's the word I'm trying not to cause it. All of these women have been accused of sexualizing the position of being a teacher. These 3 down here. And so they were saying that as a teacher, you should dress like these 3 up here. But if you're paying attention, you can see that there is a significant age difference between them and the ladies on top.
Yeah.
A significant age difference.
Yeah.
So I have my opinions on this already because of past history and people that I know that teach, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
First of all, my first thought is the ladies at top were the women at the bottom. It's not fair. That's not fair. That is not fair. If you chose the same age group and said these women versus these women, and they're the same age group, you might have a conversation for me. We don't know what these women, after having children, after aging, after life, what they used to dress like and how they looked.
True.
That's number 1 for me. Number 2, who says that they're trying to sexualize teaching other than they're just teaching? Sexualization usually comes from people saying that is too sexy. Like children don't even know that's a sexual move, what that means until somebody makes the move, the dancing or something, a process. You have to label it as such for it to be that. I think people already have sexual thoughts when they look at the picture. Personally. And so when they see the booty and the body, they have their sexual thoughts or their insecurities.
Yeah, it's nice to look at. Yeah.
Okay. Look, I'm looking too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had my glasses, I had to pull them down.
Look, I'm pushing mine up. But you looking at what you're looking at, and you're making a assumption or a label on these women. And
Yeah. So I agree with a lot that you said. I didn't think about some of the stuff you said, which makes sense. Like the women up top were the women on the bottom. Now looking back at it, it changes my perspective on things. However, it still doesn't take away from the fact that just because they were the women on the bottom, I don't think they dressed like this. I don't think, because I'm gonna keep it 100. It was never maybe one teacher in all 12 years. Hell, I'm gonna throw in college. That I was like, God dang. No, I take that back too, because I remember the other one. She was in college. And I was like, ooh wee.
Yeah.
All the rest of them, just like the women on top. And it didn't matter how they looked in the face. They could be gorgeous, but they all still dressed conservative.
Yeah.
They all dressed conservative.
We grew up in a conservative time too. You didn't see women dressing like the ones at the bottom much at all, as much as you see it now. The exposure is totally different now than it was back then.
And
in general.
Yes. And then also too is like, this is my thought process from the stories that I've heard, the stories that I've seen on TV. The women on the bottom are basically fresh out of school. So these are my thoughts. These are my thoughts. I think they would be a better fit for like elementary, maybe middle school, because you putting a person, male or female, it don't matter, because it goes both ways. You put them in a environment where they literally just left four years ago. I'll say 5 years. Let's say 5 years. Where they just left 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They are still on that same wavelength as the kids that are teaching. They're still on the same. They're coming out of it, but they still have that connection.
The connection.
And I think that's where a lot of, unless you just like, wow, which some of them were, and in your 30s and just unhappy with life, your marriage, and you just want to wild out. That's something different.
Yeah.
But a majority of the ones that I've heard about and seen get caught up in that. Caught up in that age group. Oh, we're almost the same age, so I can understand what you're going through. Next thing you know, they got a hidden relationship. Next thing you know, she pregnant, or next thing you know, somebody's they're in the front office for lewd activities. And these are stories that I've heard from teachers, seasoned teachers, that will say the same thing. I got friends that are teachers that are very curvy, and they say, I'll be damned if I wear something tight.
And that's their choice.
Yeah.
Number one, the school has to use a dress code for that. That would be something the schools would have to address. You'd have to be like, don't wear tight-fitting clothing, if that's where they want it to go. But the only reason I disagree with what you say is not everybody's right for every age group. Somebody coming out of school may not be right for young kids. They may not be the right person, have the patience or whatever is needed to deal with kids at certain age groups. Because like middle school kids, I don't like them that much. I didn't like myself that much when I was in middle school. They're crazy. The hormones, that's when they first start really kicking in. Their bodies are changing. Their minds are changing. They don't know what to do with themselves. Don't put me in there. I don't want to do it. So it goes beyond just how they dress. That's the mindset. But also, this is something that's supposed to be in big time training when you're bringing teachers into your school that young about the importance of not crossing those lines. That's the importance of when they started now putting cameras inside the classrooms. That's the importance of you have to pay close attention with teachers in general. I knew teachers, especially coaches, who were sleeping with girls at the school. They were 50, they were 40, 50, 60-year-old men because they were charming or handsome or whatever.
Yeah.
with the basketball team girls, different things like that. And it didn't matter that they weren't young. They weren't 22, 23 years old men. These men were doing it almost the
Yeah.
whole time.
That's what I'm saying. Like unless you just nasty like that, like yeah. And heard that too. Like, yeah. But that is yeah. But that's been a big stir because, well, to add context to it as well,
Mhm.
two of them supposed to have OnlyFans,
It's possible.
and then that added another layer to it because, like, I think some of the kids found it, and it yeah.
And I think that because of your position, if that's found out, you should be fired. Seriously, I think the
Yeah.
licensing. I don't care that's on your private time. You are a stature. You're part of the community once you become a teacher. Your personality and how you show up in the world is highly important.
Yeah.
It's
That's like,
important how you show up, and if
that's
you're
like
going
being
to
a
respect
drug
that,
addict being a cop.
no, hey, send you. We don't believe you, sir. Pull
Right.
over.
Right.
I will tell that you just came. You just sold my mama some crack.
Yeah. Hello. It's wild.
It's crossing lines. I think that's a slippery. This is a slippery topic because there's a level of control you don't want to do to people. You don't want to. That's why they haven't really gone hard on what telling people what to and what not to wear. And that's how even wear with students themselves. Remember, they started doing uniforms.
Yeah.
Not only because of how they were dressing, people come with tube tops, you're looking at your belly, the skirt's too short. Remember, the shorts got to be armor. Those type of things started showing up because of the little girls, like how they look to the little boys, same age group. But even the teasing, the bullying, if everybody didn't have the same nice clothes and the same name brand, now we're bullying this.
Yeah.
It's such a slippery slope when you have to unify that. The only way you get around that is uniform. Everybody's got to wear
The same thing, yeah.
Everybody comes in with these khaki pants, these navy blue shirts, navy blue or white or whatever you say, and that's what we wear. And guess what they're gonna find? I worked in dialysis for 14 years. I wore scrubs. These girls built like
Amazon. Yeah, I know.
I mean stallions walking around the clinic in the tightest scrubs they could find. You think the patients weren't distracted as hell?
Yep. I know. Yeah, I hadn't.
Being in the military,
we talk about it all the time. Being in the military, we talk about all the time. Like, look, your pants should not be so tight where your pockets stay open the whole time.
Your pockets stay open? No.
Like, no. Mm-mm.
I see the muscles in your legs move.
Yeah. It's like, nah. If you gotta sit down and bend your leg to pull something out your pocket, your pants too tight. But let's not talk about the PT uniform. So I can understand, like, in school. But again, we grew up in a different era. Everything wasn't as it wasn't
social media. You didn't get the widespread information like you do. This is the information technology age. And this information, even if you never thought it, you're gonna see it, and then now you're thinking about it. While before we was walking up to TV and turning it to you so that we could get to any channel past 13. we got the few channels that we had until cable stepped in. We were watching the few things that we had out there, and remember we talked about it, the Cosby shows and what's happening, and all these things were out there that weren't even promoting the thought to us too much, other than sexual assault or something like that.
So that's a very interesting and slippery slope, discussion. First, I want to pause right now to just say, hey, everybody that's joining in, paying attention, who just joined in, just watching, sitting back, not saying anything. Thank you for coming. Thank you for contributing to building this platform. Thank you for listening to us jibber jabber, talking about the different things. We having reaction videos. The first one was people using God to avoid God. Basically, the premise was people are chastising other folks in the name of God.
Yes,
and we were basically saying that's not cool. The second one, we were just talking about the teacher Bay and her crew. Teacher Bay and her crew off
Yeah.
a picture, like how they dress versus how they dressed back then.
Yeah.
And so, matter of fact, I think I had a Teacher Bay actually. Yeah, I think I did. Oh, matter of fact, I am. Yeah. Okay.
See?
Yeah, I had to think, man. Like as we start talking, I had to think about it. So
You're a Libra. I'm not surprised. I swear, y'all are just trifling to the nth degree. I love y'all.
I wouldn't say trifling.
I'll kick it with y'all. It's high trifling.
Funny. We funny. We're special.
Y'all are funny and y'all charismatic. Y'all can charm somebody out of the last quarter.
And we special. Okay. So
the one I just sent you before we get to that last video.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show that one?
All right. Oh, you trying to catch me off guard now? All right. Let me pull it up. Pull it on up. Pull it on up.
This is
to the east side. With the dealer apartment in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, I already. Yeah. I already know. I can give you my answer right now.
I love it. All right.
I give you my answer right now.
What's your answer?
C. AC, because you want to, and it's funny that we're doing this because this is what got Chance the Rapper in trouble.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So you can't have it. You can't have it your way. This ain't Burger King. You can't be like, oh, this ain't nothing wrong with this. But if a man do it, all hell break loose. No.
No. Either for me, either way, it's C.
Yep.
For me, either way, man or woman.
I won't say it's cheating. I'll say inappropriate.
I think it's inappropriate. I won't be like, oh, you're cheating on me unless you leave with her and things, numbers are exchanged and all that.
Oh, your hand up her shirt.
Vice versa. Yeah, y'all being real vulgar, but still, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
That's like, if you're in a relationship, you got to do the 2-step with somebody, with a stranger.
With a stranger, you 2-step. We're not doing the grinding, lap dancing, none of that. Even for me, I don't even want my man. You're not gonna be walking with me and staring at other women's asses. Glance, go for it. Not elbow me and tell me look too. I'm all for it. Staring to where it almost looks pervy, like you kind of watching, and I'm right here.
Yeah, that's
it's inappropriate. I don't consider it cheating.
I think that's just weird. Like, because I'm like this. And this again, this is just how I think. This is how I think. Don't blame the show and try to get us canceled or some shit.
Okay.
If it gets your attention like that, why are you with the person you with?
Why? For what?
Like, if your person that you're with, or man or female, man or woman, is not like the one that you're looking at, then you need to ask yourself a question.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And here's my thing.
And it's nice to look. I get it. You might see something beautiful, blah blah blah. But gawk.
There's a difference. There's a big difference. And I'm gonna take this a step further. If I'm a single woman, or I'm in the store by myself, and I see a man with his woman, he's staring at me and almost feeling like he's trying to get my attention, I got a problem with him. I don't like women who he grinning at me. I almost pulled her man. Fuck all that. Go with her. Turn your attention back to her and be respectful. Because I'm not even gonna let you disrespect that woman like that.
Unless they get down like that, then that's something different.
Unless they get down like that, we can talk. We have a different conversation.
Yeah, that's something different.
That's what we're talking about. That's a totally different conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's cheating, but I know many women who see this as cheating.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I know many women who don't.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you tripping. Oh, you insecure. Oh, you this, you that. Blah, blah, blah. Like, no. But soon, so.
Yeah, and if you see your man doing something, is that going to be the same feeling?
Yeah. And like something like that, it's all about respect, regardless if he's there or not. It's all about respect. Respect yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation because, and I'm gonna take it down this road. I know I probably shouldn't, but I will. A lot of unaliving has happened because of a situation like this.
Yeah.
A lot. And I witnessed fights, I witnessed stabbings happen because of a situation like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody's girl was out doing her thing with her girls, and just so happened her guy came in the same spot. What you doing? And next thing you know, instead of checking her, he trying to check the dude. And then like Bernie Mac said, be some furniture moving. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a twisted perspective of accountability.
Yeah.
Who we hold accountable. Because I'm not coming after no woman. And I see her and my man, he's supposed to answer. He's responsible for this. Not you. Girl, go about your business. Now you get to popping off.
Then that's something different. Yeah.
You created a whole new scenario at this point.
That's something different. Now I got to address you.
Now I got to address
grown folk business.
Mm-hmm.
Grown folk business.
So yeah, you ready for our last one now? That was good.
Yeah, the last one is gonna be like a 3-part because it's Instagram. I couldn't find the whole video.
How long is it? Is it super long? Do we have enough time for it?
No, it shouldn't be super long.
Okay. Let's rock.
I gotta remember where the shit began at, first of all.
What's up, G? Keep your day job. What is that supposed to mean? I don't even know what G mean by that. Keep your day job.
I like it. Is it short?
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Just not in a negative way. Like, I just don't think that just for me. And I'm tired of it. And I don't know what else to do because this is like imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like you imagine it. You're living your literal fairy tale and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. If you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know.
That's the last video, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the last. Yeah, I think I'm playing it backwards.
And there's gonna be some bitches out there that say like, "Oh, you should no, be fucking weird and not."
Well, that's the first problem.
A real ass couple.
That's why her that shit crazy.
I really want girls to know, like,
you go to the first one, you gonna go backwards.
Your sense of it's just not worth it dealing.
There it is.
With someone else every single day of your life, every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not. At some point, you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone. Because I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just, like, not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I have a good man. I do, and that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose. It's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're going to lose something. And I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all. I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city and moving on, like, moving forward. Like life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that. And I do all of that. But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, it's always somebody else. You're never alone. Like, you never have a moment to yourself. You never can do that. And I don't, your sense of, no, like, and there's gonna be some bitches out there that say, like, oh, no, you should not. No, like, be fucking weird and not a real ass couple. But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not worth it. It's not, like, it's always gonna be best to just, like, be alone. And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna die alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a great man. Like, maybe it's just, like, not my personality. And, like, I know girls are out there that, like, dying for, like, a relationship like mine. Like, he takes care of me, but, like, I'm sorry, like, you can't, like, I can't even really barely deal with myself and my own emotions. No, like, emotions. Imagine somebody that you know for such a short amount of time, because you're never gonna know that man. Like, you think you do, and that's just not in a negative way. Like, I just don't think marriage is for me. And I'm tired of it, and I don't know what else to do, because it's just like imagine living a fairy tale, and it's nothing like you imagine it. You're living your literal fairy tale, and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know. Emotions.
I swear my mental health spidey senses were blowing the fuck up.
What?
Bing, 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 bing. I was just like, Because my first question I heard was, how was your home life when you was younger? Because it's a lot of the things she was mentioning
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of self-centeredness. A lot, like,
Yeah.
to the point where it was just like, you need another you.
Man.
Like, that's the only way you're gonna be happy, if you have somebody like you.
My thought was similar. What are your younger experiences? But my thing was, me and you discussed this here before about how some people have experienced so much trauma that peace is.
It's scary, yeah. And that's what I was. Yeah, that's part of what that's what I was getting at. Because I'm just like, for you to have what you call your fairy tale marriage and not be happy, that's a huge red flag.
What?
A huge red flag. And then she kept mentioning individuality.
Yep.
Kept saying you got to deal with somebody else.
Yeah.
Kept saying that you can't be yourself. Kept saying you have a hard time being yourself. Now you have to deal with somebody else.
Yeah.
Whew. Baby. I saw. Okay. Yeah. That is a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say, if she feels like that, it's a lot of women feel like that. I guarantee it's an audience that feels exactly like how she feels.
I think it's a small one.
It's still one.
It's one, but I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's a lot. Here, this is what I heard. First of all, she said 7 years. There's a 7-year itch. If you've ever been married before, there's genuinely, first of all, people don't understand that marriage has its own heartbeat. It is a living, breathing entity. People can be dating for 20 years and get married and get divorced within a year. That's how independent marriage is. It has its own breath, its own personality, its own everything. You think you're gonna be doing the same thing y'all was doing the past 20 years? Mm-mm. I can't explain it. I don't know the phenomena, but what I do know is once you get married, it's a different beast. At the 7-year mark, it's called the 7-year itch. That's where most marriages end in divorce. And it's just that transitionary period that people have to learn to. That's when a lot of people go to therapy. A lot of people are having affairs. That's when you see a lot of things show up where you have to learn how to work with each other, and you're getting tired of each other. Kind of. It's been 7 damn years, and so that newlywed thing has worn off.
Yep.
Some of the goals that y'all have said that you want to do, you've met them. You're getting a little bored. So that's what I was hearing from her. First of all, number two, she was getting on my nerves because she kept saying you, like telling people that it's not worth it. It's like, no, say it's not worth it to you. I wanted her to own her shit. You don't think marriage is worth it. And yes, because you've lost yourself in that space. All I heard was, I don't have a sense of identity anymore.
Mm. And that said that she never had one from jump.
From jump. Most people don't. That's the scary part about marriage. But that's why I love marriage coaching. Is because it's like you still get to find it. It's just going to require some work. She needs some work to help her reclaim her own identity. You did not meld into one solid beast when you got married to this person. And you have to fight for individuality in marriage. Not against that person, for yourself. Because it's easy to get lost in mother. The titles are easy to get lost in mother, wife, provider, husband, father. We can get lost trying to be responsible for something we took. Yes. So you have to fight for, okay, I could do these things, but me and the guys are going to go on a trip, or me and the girls are going to go on a trip, or I'm going to go out for a day at the spa with my homegirl, or just finding those individual spaces where you're no longer showing them. I do it in the tub or the shower. Honestly, I detach from titles, eat daily. Fuck them. I mean, I love them. But what I know is, if mama ain't right, they ain't.
Exactly.
And mama was Sheronda before Sheronda was mama.
Yep.
So I remind myself of that on a daily basis, so that I can reclaim who I know, who I want to be, and who I am, how I show up in the world for me, before I show up for them or the man I'm with. Period. So if you don't get that kind of teaching, and most people will never get that kind of teaching. So that's why I could hear it so loudly. That child don't have an identity.
At all. And then the other thing too, like she was talking about, and it's an aspect that a lot of folks don't really think about, but it's the Venn diagram. Well, you got two worlds that come together.
Yep.
Now, where people mess up is they try to find somebody that's almost their equal.
Yep.
And so if they're almost your equal, then you really don't have nothing else to basically explore or look forward to. Absolutely. Because you're basically dating yourself. Like, you want to get that good balance of where it's you still, them still, but y'all come together in the middle. Yeah, and they say their weaknesses is your strengths, your strengths is their weaknesses, stuff like that.
Yes.
But that's a good balance. But even then, it still takes time.
It takes time.
And takes understanding and patience to work through that.
It does.
Because, like we keep saying, they're a human being. They're going to change. Stuff happens. They might be the first 5 years of marriage. They might be the funnest, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah. Them last 2 years, you might. Who the fuck is this?
Who is this?
And that happens. Like hormones, imbalances, occupation, all kinds of stuff.
Stress levels, Children come in, children leave. All the things shift.
Stuff, yes.
All the things shift. So it's going to create a shift within the relationship.
Yes.
Period.
And that's one thing that we as people don't talk about enough. Like,
yes.
you think, and I had this conversation with somebody, and I was just like, you want a fairy tale. I said, that's not going to happen. I said, if you keep chasing that fairy tale, you're going to end up upset for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
What Disney don't show you is the back end of that shit. Just because Sleeping Beauty woke up, that don't mean that.
All them dwarves got on her last motherfucking nerve. Them dwarves got on her nerves about a week later. I want to go back to sleep. Is there any more apple? I want to go back because that's just real.
Yep. So Cinderella in that shoe, she probably was throwing that in.
Throwing that.
Yeah.
So at him. Yes. Well, I want to give her grace and say though, there's nothing wrong with wanting a thing, getting it, and then realizing you really don't want it. Because that's a natural part of life as well.
Yeah,
it happens. It really, really does happen. But I would love to see her go through the individual therapy and marriage therapy. I would love.
I really want to know how old she is because she
looks very, very young.
Yeah,
but sometimes you need somebody to help
for 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. She could have even got married like 21. She looks like a baby. Like she's in her late 20s, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her like unless she got married at like 19, something like that. Yeah. And I've seen that happen. Like
yes.
Get married at 19 and
you know nothing about yourself, life, or anything else. I'm glad I was in my late 20s when I got married. I still didn't know shit. I knew a little bit more about myself.
Church say amen.
I knew what it looked like for Sheronda to pay bills or not pay the bills. I knew what it looked like for how I drive, maintaining a household for myself. I knew what these things look like before jumping into someone else.
I went from being a college athlete, professional athlete, married.
Oof.
Like,
oof.
I don't fuck this.
Just
like,
yes.
My college football career ended. I played arena ball.
Mm-hmm.
Went from arena ball, went to the Cowboys, married. No, actually, it was married Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Like,
ooh.
Yeah. Just weird. I was just like, I still, yeah. And then from that, military.
You was doing it all, but not really doing nothing. It's like you doing it all, but not really having all the experiences. And I think that's what our 20s should be for, having all, making the dumb mistakes, not having children, partying, making the more mistakes, learning from them, and then saying, okay, now there's an opportunity for me to bring someone into my life. But like I said, I'll give her a little bit of grace and understanding that, because I've gotten on a couple roller coasters and I've been like, this is some dumb shit. Why are you up here, girl? And regretted it quickly. But I think she could get you some help. I do.
I think so too. And I think also, and this I was just thinking about it when we was talking, I believe that she is probably feeling like that because she's alone. I don't think she has like somebody to vibe with. Yeah.
Having some
why you sitting in the car smoking? Like for real, why are you sitting in the car smoking?
And on what's your girlfriend?
Yeah. What do they say?
And again, she could be so young that nobody else around her is married. Not the ones that are her age.
Right.
Possibly.
Right. So that was an interesting one.
Or the people that are her age are telling her, girl, stop complaining.
They could be the ones that's feeding that shit. Girl, you don't need to be with him. You too young, girl. You fine. Look at it. Shake that. Hey, go sexy. Go sexy. And her ass started twerking like she having a fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did this one. Look, I don't have a show in mind to challenge you with just yet. Usually I have one by the end of this show. I'll be like, let's do this next week. I don't have one yet, but I'm sure when we get it, it's going to be good.
It's going to be interesting.
I
Okay.
enjoyed this. We're gonna definitely have to do this like once a month. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
yeah. Bring in some videos and
That's fine.
have a
That's fine.
talk.
And yeah, just like spark it up because it's a lot, man.
Yeah,
If you were in the sports, it's a lot going on in
it's a
sports
lot
right
going on
now.
in sports. Yeah, yeah.
Golly, the way Bill Belichick got mollywop.
She be telling me.
God,
See, I'm not in it enough. He could have that conversation, but he was
yeah,
telling me
man.
about it. Yeah.
He got it. It'll make you think like, damn, them 6 Super Bowls must have been a fluke. That
Must
had
have
to
been
be
the
Tom
fluke.
Brady.
Yes.
Because God,
That's what he said. That's what he said.
yeah, you
But
made
yeah, we're gonna get
like
out of here,
Giselle
y'all.
from Players Club. Did you even pinch the bitch?
He done went to sports, y'all. I'm shutting it down.
Yeah. All right, good people. I'm glad y'all came, hung out with us for this hour, this lovely hour. Talk
Yes.
about stuff.
Absolutely, yes.
Mhm.
So, all right, y'all. We will see you again, same time, same bat channel. Join us right here on YouTube when He Said, She Said, both sides of the conversation. Make sure you click and like. Make sure you click and subscribe and hit that share button. Turn the notification button on so you know when we go live, just in case you forget. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Anything, D.A.?
We'll see you next week.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
I forget I have a button.